expecting to see him, but Castrol have backed him for the season. And here he is, Fangadan, the 4-time national drifting champion, behind the wheel of the RTR Mustang with the Coyote underneath the bonnet here, 900 odd horsepower. Fangadan's car just carries so much angle. It's got to be quite unnerving to try and chase it from a chase driver's perspective, because Fanga winds so much to lock, but then it just goes again, right? Potros, though, he is in there. He is putting on a great show. Put your hands together at the venue. Leading away, the screaming NA power of the Hartley-built parts trader machine, the Hartley engine under the bonnet, and Kester Olive Krona, the brains, the heart, the soul behind the Olive Krona Drift Motorsport machine. And Connor Hilliard needs to be real careful here because he's doing some odd things, but I think it's Jaron Olive Krona is the win. Well, Dave Stedman goes through. So Dave Stedman goes through the multiple-time, 3-time NZ as we take a look at the Howling Coyote of Fangadan. The Castrol out front. Oh, now that's, what is, how do you describe that? Fanga rotated to angle so violently, I don't think Rhodey knew where to go.
As he sets himself up in the big monster 900 horsepower Falcon. Nice job to hit that inside clip. Probably does, probably the only person who would drift at this track more than Shane Allen would be none other than Mad Mike Woodett himself. And Shane comes through, blows down the Turbo Smart banner, but a great job in chase. Shallow.
Created such a unique car, and they really made it hook up.
That 1GZ FE V12, of course, by Hartley Engines and Motorsport, Jaron Olive Krona. Two very loud cars, one that high-pitched Formula One-esque scream of Jaron up front, and of course the big V8 Ford power plant of Shane Allen.
Such a bugger. Shane was looking real well on that sweeper there, but he just stayed in the throttle.
S15, it's a battle of Nissan Silvias, plenty of V8 power to go round. The LS7 V8 Super Tourer motor in the lead car, and in the chase is the LS1 of Gaz Grove in the CMP Construction S15. A little dab of the brake to try and maintain that angle out, but Gaz Grove just a little bit off that line the judges wanted to see, Brendan.
Yeah, well, you can't knock the CMP S15 here, Kenny. He's done a pretty amazing job. 4-time New Zealand champion out in front, and he's still nearly door-to-door with him. Michael Prosnick on the lead in the SCR S13. Two V8s here, two LS-powered V8s. Big angle there from Michael Prosnick, but Drew Donovan just too hot, washes out onto those marbles. Will that be a zero from the judges? Well, Michael Prosnick knows it, puts the loud pedal down, scores a huge advantage, Kenny.
Yeah, I'd say his spotter up in the tower will be radioing.
Krona trying to tuck in behind the parts trader S14 with that monster V12 getting right in behind him. Slight gap as they come through the teardrop section. Oh, look. Hard to say, we've seen a big dirt, but did Darren stall? Because it looked like there was a possibility of an evasive move being pulled by Jaron Olive Krona to stop that contact from happening. I guess the judges will be all over this one here.
Both of them coming out of the wall. Darren.
Nissan S15 of Jerry Zoo, who will lead out. Bruce Tannick in the Mag and Turbo S13, big RB30 power plant, 800 plus horsepower, chasing down the 2JZ powered Nissan of Jerry Zoo. Keeps the nose of that car down as he comes through and switches through V Energy and gets back up on the wall. Shallower line issues maybe for, no? Didn't quite see the camera angle I'm watching as they come through.
It's interesting. Now, I feel like Kurt went to initiate there and then James was still where he wanted to be.
Kurt Blackie trying to hunt him down.
Yeah, Kurt Blackie's brought the aggression to this battle here. He probably knows, I think, that he's got an advantage, but no! He's
don't go
past.
too far. Don't go too far past the 8
Dial it back,
Kurt.
dial it back.
Oh, he's really trying to push him across the finish line. Kurt
Keisuke Nagashima at Mount Smart, but that's another story for another day. And Braden Mayer has had that problem again, and Luke Fink is going to go through to... is Luke going to just drive up to him, around him, or just put on a show? Just slide on past it. Very reminiscent of the recent drift bus footage from Mad Mike's Southern Bash, isn't it, Kenny?
Is it Luke Fink?
Well, it's not. All right, Ben Hodges in a very unfamiliar car now, driving the barn line, trying to chase down Michael Fawley for NZ. Out the front with the I Am Hope livery on the front, and yeah, I think that 32 has seen better days. It was on song yesterday. She just kept going and going and going, like the Energizer Bunny, but today it is just running on 4, it's on 5, it's just all over the place, and I think that might be all she wrote for.
Probably question that if there's an issue later on. And off we go. The AE86 Two Rooks Kohler machine of Joel Patterson. A nice start to his battle here between himself and Liam Burke. Liam Burke trying to close up the gap as they go through that V-Energy inside clip and head up to the big right-hander. Coming through Turbo Smart. Inside clip at this point here. Looks like Liam Burke's more on that clip than Joel Patterson is, but a nice first up. Let's see who is going to take the advantage as they fire down the front straight, Bugakoe Park.
So Matty Hill entering in, nice wide line once again. Liam Burke as well, sitting in a pretty clean line together, tucking up on the inside. Both of them jumping up in there. Liam diving onto Matty's door, that was awesome. Exactly what the judges want to do. And look at that, Liam diving on Matty Hill's door. That was a...
Templeman up next, here to buy into the top 16. So Shane Allen, door to door, straight off the bat. But Shane Allen spins in the SB Tools Bach, gasses Rattler Falcon, smokes. Joel Hedges on the left, Mike Fawley in the borrowed car on the chase. So Joel Hedges will be looking for important championship points here. Big initiation there from the Seas Garage S13 as well. Fawley just hanging back there, but he pushes wide. Now he's off that sticky rubber. So Joel Hedges will get a crucial advantage here on the first pass.
Yeah, that's right. He needs to obviously get those championships.
To want to get right up in there. He's doing exactly that. Big angle from the lead car. Proximity for the chase. Dialing on the angle. He breaks away slightly, but comes back as he goes through the Turbo Smart zone.
Yeah, really good chase here from Troy Jenkins. He's on the door of that Mimico 180SX. He knows Adam. Oh, but Troy, big mistake. Just the dive and the 2JZ. The TTI sequential just giving him too much power. Adam Davies just lines it out.
Up against the Coastal Spar and Pull machine of Geordie Cole. Look at Jaron coming through. Big smoke, big angle, a wild ride up in front. Geordie Cole, though, we know that that car is super fast as the FCRX7 gets down, smashes the gas and tries to tuck in underneath. Jaron starting to drive away. Geordie Cole running a shallower line. Jaron comes through the
Champion NZ with GT radial strapped to the rears, being hunted down by Kurt Blackie in the RHP V8 powered GT86.
Yeah, we saw Kurt Blackie take an interesting approach to his bypass where he dropped the wheel off and blew the rear bumper off it, but he's put the car back together now, tucked into the chase position here, putting some pressure on the NZ sponsored machine of Michael Fawley. Michael Fawley with an adjustment there, just going into that last section. Kenny, I wonder if that's checked up the moment. And this one has all the hallmarks of something that could end in a contact, but Kurt Blackie now is probably going to try and overdrive a little bit too much just to try and make it, and he puts a wheel off the inside there. We've sort of seen this before. The red mist comes down, that's 1 ripple strip, that's 2, that's 3, so that's a 0 there for Blackie, and hopefully he doesn't hit him here. Kurt Blackie's got to get out of that because he's going to smoke the side of Jordan Joyce's car, and that's a 0 for Blackie. So Jordan Joyce got some work to do here, having caused that initial contact with Jeff Jones, so he's going to try and force a mistake from the JDM and pilot for the weekend. Jeff Jones out of California. Jordan Joyce hanging with him in the chase position, doing nothing wrong here, trying not to shortcut down the track. Jordan Joyce maintaining proximity, and Jeff Jones gets up the track there just to the outside, and then a little bit of a distance created there towards the end there. Nothing wrong with either of those runs there.
This weekend of Carl Thompson. So Carl Thompson looked like he struggled later on yesterday afternoon, but right now he's certainly on point. Hitting the inside clip before making his way down into turn 2 here at Hampton Downs. Troy tries to dive down and gain back his proximity, but a nice line for Carl Thompson. A slight correction for Troy Jenkins as both power plant, I believe.
LS3.
LS3.
LS2. LS2 with nitrous. So see, Andrew's being smart here. He's giving a bit of a gap because look how quickly he just caught up on Jerry Zoo there. But what an awesome chase to be able to just sit slightly, gain that control and gather it back there where Jerry obviously had something, happen on and slowed the car right up, but Andrew did well.
V Holden Commodore V8 power up against the Nissan straight 6 turbo, and Tom Marshall in the S13 just trying to lay it in on the entry, but a huge correction there and he has to re-enter, and it all goes wrong at the second apex. So Tom Marshall spins out, hands an automatic